said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Canes will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Give to the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. Boy, this just hasn't been their year. All of the aspirations starting the season in the top 5, but there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese, and what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the plays. They've got the guys on paper that look like they could be All-Americans. They have guys that can change the course of games, and that's why coming into this season, they were given that top 5 ranking, but on the field, in games, they simply, for whatever reason, have not been able to get it done, and the lack of execution, to me, is a huge reason why they've fallen out of the top 25.
Yeah, they haven't handled the pressure. I mean, that's just the easiest way to say it, because you just mentioned playmakers. They got them. They got guys that know how to play this game. That's why they were ranked in the top 5. They've got to get something going, and it has to start today.
Looking downfield on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Webb. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him...
There he goes! Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tiger! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Scanning the field, it's Dyer. Pressure coming. Tight end finds a soft spot. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Give to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
You know, I think that was nickel right there, and I do like bringing in an extra DB. Why? Not only can that guy cover in the slot, but he can also blitz. You can kind of disguise and hide what you're doing because you got more guys that can really rush the passer or cover in the back end. So nice disguise, nice play.
Already down a score early. The last thing you want to do on your first drive is give it right back to them. So they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. He might want another play. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. The throw. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
This quarterback is so lucky that ball was not picked. You have to be so careful. If you're throwing to the perimeter of the field into double coverage, you better be sure your guy's open, and you better be sure it's an accurate throw. Lucky that one wasn't a pick six.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Skips away from pressure. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Dyer. Pocket breaking down. Zings it complete to the right. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Extending the play. Did the work himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They'll move the wide receiver. In the red area, it's Washington. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass, it's Dyer. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They want to run this quarterback. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. And the Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Selvia. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking to buy time. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
picked up now. Here's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. They'll send the tight end in motion. Tries to do it himself on the draw. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? On 4th down, trying to find his man. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Touchdown, Miami. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
Yeah, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They're up by 4 over Eastern Michigan. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown, and a chance on this drive to even the score. Caught in the backfield, it's Webb. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Using his feet to buy time. He's going to take off. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Uncorks one to the middle. He's got it down the right side. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive.
Makes the catch at the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Clemson jumps to the line.
Second down.
Wants to fire on second down. Spits it out to the back. Pulls it in. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Give it enough body English, but he missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
To the air, it's Dyer. Back open in the middle. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Hodges. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And I think that that time, he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
The Hurricanes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. Snowed under by the defense.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it and advance and get what he can get.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. Oh, they're after him. Hit as he throws.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Canes line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Start this drive going to the air. On the run, deep down the right side. Wide open, he makes the catch. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Offense changing the play. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. Free yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. From the gun. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He'll start this third quarter with a run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. Quarterback extends the play. Going to try to get it in. Ball is loose. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. They'll try to run for it. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. They've been running it, but now the pass. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Dyer. Bringing the heat. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here, let your defense play, and try and get it back to you without giving up any points.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds.
The returners don't get many shots, right? Like, they only get a few shots a game. They want to maximize it. You're not going to get any shots if you don't secure the football. Got to take care of the football, big fella.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Release to the back. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Hurricanes! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Sails one into the middle. Snags it inside the 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a space. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll line up to go for two. Looking to throw. He's got it hit, just enough room on the sideline to get the two. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. We'll give them a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
It's complete. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll run the toss. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He tries to take the top off. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You could tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. Rushes on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Denson. He slings it deep to the left. He's got it along the sideline. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They'll line up for a second down play. Motion from the wideout. They just keep firing. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. grabbed in the middle. It's Winston. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Trying to burn this defensive back. Back's got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
First and goal, Clemson.
Snapped it in the shotgun. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. One final play before the end of the quarter. Off play action. Under fire. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll make it a one-possession game, 28-21.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here, David, if they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And the Canes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. They want to run it left here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Dyer. Hauls it in. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Hodges. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Sends it back in motion. He's in open space downfield. Got enough for the first down and wants more. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. And the Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on second down. Time to take a shot. He's got it down one side. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Clemson is quick to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Back to pass. Still looking, on the move. Throwing right. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, continues, about to go 8-0. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Northern Illinois is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Eastern Michigan. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David. Unloads it downfield. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to the air. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The give as they work on that clock. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The pitch to the left. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances, they are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Looking to pass. It's Dyer. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Oh, it's a backbreaker for this defense. QB scrambling and picking up the first down with the lead here in the fourth quarter. It's going to keep this drive alive. They're going to bleed more seconds off the clock. Not what you were hoping for if you're on D that last play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have, and man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence, and David,